Bob Moran thinks reviving the family dairy business and operating it just like his father did will be a paying proposition because
hay and oats are a bit cheaper than gas and oil.
And the cost of George and Randy and the wagon they pull is way less than a modern delivery van. And Moran says customers will pay a premium for environmentally friendly bottles and milk that, in memory at least, tastes better than milk in cartons.
They say, some people say it's supposed to be.
Have you ever had milk out of a bottle?
I haven't, not personally, no.
Moran and his staff, two-footed and four, are getting acquainted with their routes and the labors ahead.
Well, they have to be muscled up, just like an athlete.
Ready for when deliveries begin in earnest in a week or so.
As of an hour ago, we had 411 people phone in.
And he sees no problem lining up the 1,200 needed for Avon Dairy to be a serious moneymaker, like it was in its heyday when 5 dairies served Stratford.
It was good, clean, competitive, almost like a sport, where you were out and you knew somebody was coming, moving in from out of town, and you know, you tried to do your best to be their milkman, because it was always the first guy there.
It's just another day at work for milkman Kidrick Foster and his team of horses, affectionately named Pete and Prince.
Prince, get up. Peter, come on.
6 days a week you can find the team of helpers pulling a milk wagon along the streets of Stratford. Inside the milk wagon are bottles. You won't find cartons of any kind. Avon Dairies made the mistake of switching to modern-day containers, but customers demanded glass instead. Just like it was back in 1930 when Avon Dairies first started door-to-door delivery throughout the festival city. Even the milkman prefers doing things the old-fashioned way.
The horses, by far. When you're in the truck, you have to stop at the house and get in the back and find the milk and that. Whereas with your horses, they walk up the street while you have all the milk ready by the time you get to the house, so you can just hop out and they stop for you. And that, with the truck, you have to park it. And people aren't very understanding when you're sitting on the side of the road in a truck. They seem to honk that you're in their driveway or whatever, but with the horses, they just sit and wait and watch.
This has been a familiar sight in the city of Stratford over the past year. Now, the Marin family have plans to expand their operation into the outlying areas. Bob Marin and his wife Doris run the operation. A year ago, they started out with 1,200 customers. Now, 1,800 are on board. Plans are in the works to bottle milk for the towns of Listowel, Tavistock, Mitchell, and St. Mary's.
We're looking forward to expanding further into other communities. Our biggest problem right now are trying to find milk wagons. There you go.
So what's the big attraction to horse-drawn milk wagons in a growing city filled with its fair share of motorized vehicles?
They're fascinated by the horses. They don't care if I go up to their house, really. Like, if in the cold weather, I don't think anyone asks if I'm cold. It's always if the horses are cold or if they're hungry or whatnot, but they have it pretty easy.
Do you have any difficulties when you get out on the busier roads with cars?
Most people are really understanding of what, that they give you lots of room. I haven't really been cut off at all or nothing. The bus drivers are great.
Door-to-door delivery has been welcomed by a lot of seniors. Just ask Ella Mentionton.
They come every day right on time. No waiting for my milk at all.
Many of our senior citizens, we find that, they may go a day or so without visiting anybody, or anybody visiting them, I guess. And so they get a kick out of the milkman popping in. And
the Marins have received nationwide media attention since they resurrected their door-to-door delivery service, something Stratford hadn't experienced in 34 years.
I can recall driving up around that beautiful drive around the Avon River, and there was a gentleman there who had come to see the festival, and we were quite amazed by his comment. He came running over to the horse and wagon and said, "I really don't care about the festival. I drove all this way to see milk delivery by horse and wagon again." Wow. That was touching.
People don't want it home delivery. Well, we've proven that point wrong. And then, of course, when you mention horses, they say, well, horses,